So today, we're going to do something a little different. We are going to zoom in on just one scene from Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. But wow, what a scene. It's a moment where a powerful friendship, and maybe a whole revolution, just starts to completely fall apart. We're going to pick it apart, piece by piece, to see what really makes it tick. Ready? Let's dive in.
Okay, so this is it. This is where everything just explodes. These are the very first words Cassius says to Brutus. They're supposed to be allies, brothers in arms. And he opens with that. It's a total gut punch, right? So the big question is, how on earth did they get to this point? To really get it, we've got to rewind just a few minutes.
All right, so let's set the scene. We're in a military camp. The air is just thick. You can feel the tension. It's not just anticipation, it's suspicion. You've got two armies who are supposed to be on the same side, about to come face to face. And let me tell you, this is definitely not going to be a happy reunion.
So try to picture this, right? Brutus and his soldiers are just standing there, waiting. And in the distance, you can see this cloud of dust getting bigger and bigger. That's Cassius and his army. Now remember, these are the guys who killed Caesar together, all for the good of Rome. But now, they're about to fight a massive civil war, and their own team, it's already starting to fracture.
And boom, there it is, our first major clue. Cassius isn't even there yet, and Brutus is already complaining about him. He's not just a little ticked off, He's saying he wishes he could literally undo things Cassius has done. That's a big deal. It tells us the trust is already gone, completely.
And look at how he does this. It's all very hush-hush. He pulls his own guy, Lucilius, to the side. He doesn't want the sugar-coated version, he wants the real story. Speak plainly. Just tell me what happened. You can tell he's already bracing for bad news. He knows something's off and he needs to know what's coming.
And the answer he gets, wow. It's one of the most real and honestly timeless observations about friendships you'll ever find. It's basically a universal signal that things are starting to go sour between two people.
So what did Lucilius say? Well, it's subtle, but it's absolutely brutal. He says Cassius was polite. He showed him courtesy and sufficient respect. But that's it. All the real warmth, the joking around, the easy back and forth you have with a real friend, totally gone. Just cold, stiff formality. And here's the key takeaway. Brutus hears this and just nails it. He immediately knows what's happening. He basically says, yep, that's what happens when a friend starts to pull away. They get all formal and polite. I mean, have you ever felt that? That moment when you're talking to a friend and the easy jokes are gone and suddenly you're both being careful? Brutus is saying, that's the red flag. That's the alarm bell right there.
So you can see the difference right here. On one side, you've got real friendship. It's easy, it's informal. On the other, you have this cooling friendship. It's just courtesy. One is real, and the other is basically an act. It's just people going through the motions.
And then Brutus comes up with this fantastic metaphor. He says insincere guys are like these horses that look really impressive and eager at the starting line, but when the actual battle starts, they completely fail. For Brutus, this is way more than just hurt feelings. It's a huge warning sign. He's starting to think Cassius might not have his back when it really counts.
Okay, so now we're here. The moment of truth. The armies stop, the two generals get off their horses, and all that tension that's been bubbling under the surface, it's about to explode. And Cassius, he does not hesitate. He doesn't even say hello. Everything we just saw, that coldness, that lack of trust, it's all been leading to this one feeling, this one powerful idea, that he has been wronged. It's a feeling of total betrayal. So we're back to where we started. But now, that line hits so much harder, doesn't it? Most noble brother, you have done me wrong. It's not just a random complaint now. You can feel all that backstory we just went through, the cooling friendship, the suspicion, and that word, brother, wow, you can just feel the sarcasm dripping off of it.
And Brutus's reply is, well, it's so perfectly Brutus. He doesn't even really deny it. Instead, he gets all philosophical. He's basically saying, me? Wrong you? I don't even wrong my enemies. So how could I possibly wrong a brother? It's this super high-minded, honorable defense that, if we're being honest, is also kind of dismissive. He's not really listening.
Yeah, Cassius is having none of it. He's not buying that for a second. He immediately shoots back that all of Brutus's famous honor, his dignified posture, is just a front. It's a way for him to hide the unfair things he does. He's basically calling him a complete hypocrite to his face.
So Brutus has just been called a hypocrite in front of everyone.
His next move is so telling. Because it's not about proving he's right. Nope, it's all about appearances.
He just cuts the whole thing short. And his logic is fascinating. The #1 problem for him isn't, my best friend thinks I've wronged him. Nope, the problem is, the soldiers can see us arguing. His main goal is to make sure they see unity. So the solution? Let's go argue in my tent where nobody can see. His top priority is PR, not the actual friendship.
And just like that, the public show is over. They tell their commanders to get the armies out of there and to post guards around the tent. The whole thing moves behind closed doors. And you just know, what happens inside that tent is going to be even uglier.
So, you might be wondering, why have we spent all this time on one little argument? Well, because this fight isn't just a fight. It's like their entire revolution in a nutshell. Everything that's about to go wrong, you can see it right here.
I mean, this argument tells us everything we need to know. First, it shows huge cracks in the leadership. They're not a team anymore. Second, their personal feelings are getting in the way of actual military strategy, and it really highlights this core difference between them, right? You've got Brutus, the idealist who's obsessed with honor, versus Cassius, the practical guy who just wants to get things done. And really, when you see all that, you realize there's no way an army led by these two can win. It's a recipe for disaster.
And it all kind of leaves you with this one big question, doesn't it? Can a revolution actually survive the revolutionaries themselves? Can any big idea, any huge cause, survive the fact that it's being run by people? You know, flawed, emotional, proud human beings. It's a question that was real in ancient Rome, and it's absolutely still real today.